Alright, so this was the last day back home, so let's try and sum it up. I came here and I stayed about 10 days. My plan was to playing as many sports as I could, and that was basically what I did. On a daily basis, I was coming to the court. I used to train and play basketball here when I was a little gremlin. And unfortunately, I could not really get as much activity as I liked, even though it's funny to say that since I was spending at least an hour a day doing something. But what I really mean is that I didn't really have enough quality time playing sports and doing physical activity because I was battling with this annoyance in my left glute that is not leaving me. I mentioned a few weeks back that I went to a physiotherapist and they told me that it had to do with the SI joint, and basically the glute was too tight all the time. It was pulling on the SI joint. It was basically a vicious circle where the two things were kind of reinforcing each other. And what I was prescribed was basically to do a lot of myofascial release and not really stretching, but basically trying to get the tissue to relax. And I have been sticking to the prescription, even though it was very vague, because I felt like I had to give it a go. I've always been someone that thinks that in order to resolve something that is tissue related, the best way to go about it is to basically pump as much blood in there as frequently as possible without pissing the area off for long enough that the tissue basically heals itself. And this has worked well in the past because I'm not new to injuries and tweaks and setbacks. But in this occasion, it really is taking me a very long time to get rid of this. And I must say that I gave it a fair go. I have been doing this for a few weeks. And I understand that on the flip side, people could say, oh yeah, well, you're training every day, and therefore you must have set yourself back each time where you're doing that, so you should have kept on doing the myofascial release without doing physical activity in order for that to go away. And that is also something that I have done. I don't really take any days off much. In these last few weeks, I have taken more days off in these last few weeks, that are almost a month, that I've been doing myofascial release, than in any of the months before those, where I was training every day, and I wasn't really feeling as much of a discomfort in the glute, and also now the hamstring. It does feel like both the glutes and the hamstrings are getting a lot of discomfort by being poked all the time with a ball or a foam roller or whatever that is. It does feel better just working the muscle and dealing with the lactic acid buildup and all of the metabolites from physical activity, and the soreness that comes after that, than just doing what I've been told by the physiotherapist. And this is not to knock the profession off or anything. It's just me kind of venting the more negative part of my experience with this. Now, because I had a lot of fun playing basketball, this is the last day, and the day before I actually spent almost 3 hours and a half playing. Overall, I was doing King of the Court with another two guys that they were playing, and I didn't put myself to shame too badly. At least the defense is there, because athletically speaking, I'm decent. And I've been working somewhat on the shot. I got a few nice comments as feedback from my previous sessions. I think that I know what I should be working on. Basically, I'm releasing too early. I'm not sticking my arm out. So should really allow my body to fully extend, my legs to really get the job done, and then finishing off. But overall, I had a lot of fun. So let's get back to the gym and some occasional basketball. Ciao.